What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Ronda Rousey demanded to drop the women's title, Montez wants the WWE Championship, Alexa Bliss wanted to return as a much darker character, Shotzi gets furious over a fan calling out her Botches, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out Wrestlelamia.co.uk and our own wrestling channel, Incredible. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at Ronda Rousey demanded to drop the women's title. Our top story today looks at Ronda Rousey reportedly demanding to drop the SmackDown women's title to Liv Morgan. In shocking fashion, Morgan cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase on Rousey to win the SmackDown women's title during Saturday's premium live event. Nobody saw this coming, and according to Rousey's personal photographer, Rousey insisted that Morgan would win the title. Lazy the Savage took to his Instagram story to state, "Respect to Ronda Rousey, who never wanted or asked to be champion, and demanded that the most passionate pro wrestler be awarded the most prestigious title in our industry. If this is true, then major props should be directed towards Rousey. Morgan is indeed one of the most passionate talents on the WWE roster, and fans as well as other WWE superstars have come together to congratulate her. Morgan is rumored to be facing Rousey in a rematch at SummerSlam at the end of the month, and fans are certainly hoping that Morgan has an extensive run with the title." Next up, Montez wants to become WWE Champion. There's been a ton of speculation recently concerning WWE breaking up the Street Profits. It was reported yesterday that WWE are extremely high on Montez and a singles push is potentially on the horizon. During a recent interview with Wrestling Inc., Ford revealed that if the Street Profits do indeed break up, he has major plans for his singles career and wants to become WWE Champion. Ford revealed, "If the draft happens and we're forced to go our separate ways, we're definitely going to keep that support there. Keep bringing it 100%. I know as a kid, speaking for myself, I've always had dreams of being a WWE World Champion. That dream just never fades away, man. When you're here, I feel like if you're not trying to be the guy or the team, then what are you here for? Besides the money. But still at the same time, you want to create a legacy." Would you guys like to see Ford become a single star and receive a massive push into the main event scene and possibly even win the title? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, WWE struggling to sell tickets for SummerSlam. SummerSlam is just a few weeks away, and it looks like the WWE still has a long way to go before the show even sells out. According to WrestleTic's Patreon page, WWE still has over 11,000 tickets left to sell for the big event. As things stand, SummerSlam is set to be main evented by Roman Reigns defending his Universal Championship against Brock Lesnar in a last man standing match. Though there's certainly a lack of interest from fans on social media, and it looks like this lack of interest has carried over into poor ticket sales. There are rumors that John Cena was going to wrestle Theory at the event, but it looks like Cena isn't going to be involved, so WWE are relying on yet another Reigns vs Lesnar match to sell tickets. Next up, when did WWE decide to give Theory the Money in the Bank briefcase? A Theory shocked the world this past Saturday at Money in the Bank, as after losing his US title to Bobby Lashley earlier in the show, Theory was added to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match and he ended up winning the briefcase. This decision has received criticism from fans, as fans were hoping to see either Seth Rollins or Sami Zayn winning the match. Theory has a lot of work to do before he wins over much of the WWE audience, but WWE are insistent on making Theory the next big star in the company. Many fans believe that Theory winning Money in the Bank was a last-minute decision, but surprisingly, this doesn't appear to be the case. According to Ringside News, Theory was always planned to win the briefcase at the premium event. The question now is when Theory is going to cash in. There are rumors that WWE is going to market the possibility of Theory cashing in during Reigns vs Brock Lesnar's match at SummerSlam, but WWE may wish to wait a while before pulling the trigger on a Theory World title victory. What are your thoughts on Theory winning the Money in the Bank? Would you guys like to see him as champion? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Nia Jax calls out an indie promotion. A former WWE superstar, Nia Jax, took to Twitter to call out the startup wrestling promotion Wrestling Entertainment Series. The promotion, which is run by former WWE Tag Team AOP, is due to have their first major show take place in Nottingham, England this month. The promotion continues to promote Jax in marketing material, despite Jax not even being involved in the show. In the tweet, Jax would state, "I don't know why I'm still on the poster, but I will repeat myself again. I will not be at the show. Please do not buy a ticket thinking you will see me perform or get a chance to meet me. I hate that this misleads people. But the promotion hasn't got off to the best of starts as numerous wrestlers including Chelsea Green and Lana have dropped out, and they've been promoting that Jax will wrestle a mystery opponent on the show even though she's confirmed that she won't even be there. During the weekend, former WWE star Aiden English took to social media to reveal he won't be attending the show, as the promotion haven't even paid him nor they have arranged any travel or accommodation for him. Next up, Alexa Bliss wanted to return with a much darker character. Alexa Bliss would undergo a slight character change following the Extreme Rules pay-per-view last year. Bliss would end up going to therapy in a number of segments with the idea that Bliss would return to television with an altered persona. Since Bliss's return, Lily the doll has been present, but the majority of the sinister and supernatural-esque elements of Bliss's character have been cut back. In all likelihood, the only reason that Lily remains a key part of Bliss's character is that the doll sells extremely well on WWEshop.com. According to Bliss during an interview on the Out of Character podcast, when she returned to television a few months ago, she wanted to debut a much darker persona than the character she was before. Bliss revealed, I wanted to go even darker and deeper. I had Jason Baker come out with a sketch and prototype of a different version of Lily, which would have been super cool. Obviously, with creative things always change. I'm still holding on that this new version of Lily will come out one day. It's unknown what the creative plans for Bliss currently are, as there were rumors that she may join forces with Liv Morgan and the two may go after the vacated tag titles. However, with Morgan recently winning the SmackDown Women's title and it's going to be on SmackDown moving forward, they may decide to pair Bliss with someone else. That is if the planned tag team tournament is actually still taking place. Would you have preferred to have Bliss return with a new character? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, details of Stephanie McMahon's talent meeting. And the new interim WWE chairwoman Stephanie McMahon held a meeting to inform Superstar that her door is always open, and according to Fightful Select, the meeting was well received. Stephanie is universally beloved by WWE superstars as well as other WWE employees, and it looks like her open door policy is how she naturally operates in a day-to-day role in WWE. Stephanie looks to be doing all the right things in her role as interim chairwoman, and we'll be interested to see how her role develops as the accusations directed towards Vince McMahon continue to be investigated. And finally, Shotzi responds to Money in the Bank Backlash. During the Money in the Bank event on Saturday, SmackDown star Shotzi received a ton of criticism from fans. She bought several spots in the match, and fans would even claim that she was dangerous and a liability. These comments clearly got to Shotzi, and as of today, she took to Twitter to address the critics. In an extended statement, Shotzi would declare that everyone had fun and nobody got hurt. She added that a ladder match is unpredictable and mistakes can happen at any time. The star even added that she has fans on Twitter telling her that she should be fired and how friends of hers had to wipe the tears away. Now, there's certainly a fine line between fair criticism and outright telling someone they should be released from the company. Several fans were quick to reply with support to her statement, and even Tyson Kidd, who produced the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, replied by telling Shotzi that she was amazing. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.